Hey, it's Tuesday tea time with Dorina, and we are ready for you tonight with another exciting topic for transformation. And we want to first welcome our first time viewers and all those that will be watching the replay. Those that are joining us now, we thank you for your support. And I want to say this, that Women of Wisdom is a nonprofit organization here to bridge the generational gap between the younger and the older generation so that we can pass on vital knowledge to one another in the next generation for the benefit of all generations. And we empower with practical wisdom and confidence. So we are a 501c3, and November the 28th is Giving Tuesday. So we are asking that you would help us to become more aware to of what we do for our community, for teen girls and women, because we want to change generations and generations to come for the benefit of all generations. Okay. So, Giving Tuesday, November the 28th, through Share Omaha, think about giving to Women of Wisdom. All right. So, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. So, I usually share with you my tea that I'm drinking tonight. I'm kind of excited anyway because, I told you that my anniversary was coming up. And so someone bought me and my husband an anniversary gift, and we have two new cups. So check this cup out. Okay. Mrs. Smith in purple, and my husband's favorite color is red, so his has Mr. Smith, and his Smith is in red. Okay. So I said, I'm gonna use my new cup tonight. All right. So we are doing a new tea tonight. It's called Tipson Herbal Infusion. And this is, how about that? Mango and peach. And it's an organic tea. And so, I have fresh honey in it, and we are going to try this peach and mango and see how well we like it. Okay. There's not too many teas that I don't know that I don't like, but there is some out there. So let's just keep it real, right? Okay, so I hope that you guys have your beverages and whatever you decide to drink, and that you fill your cup up with lots of wisdom tonight. All right. Tea time. Ooh, I think I found me another favorite. Ooh, this is good. Ooh, peach and mango. Mmm. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so let's get right to our topic so we can make sure that we are touching on everything that we need to touch on tonight. So, check this out. Our topic tonight is resilience in our transformation. Now, we've been talking about, the chrysalis, or some people call it the cocoon, when, the caterpillar breaks down. And so we've been talking about all the things that we go through, well, not all, but we're touching on some of the things that we go through that transformation, that breaking down of our old mindsets, our own old ways of thinking. And tonight, we're talking about resilience. So we're talking about coming back. Okay. And, we want to be, we want to come back better. All right. So let's look at, well, let me share this with you real quick. At our last workshop, our WOW workshop, our annual workshop, one of the ladies' topics was rising strong with confidence and resilience. And she was saying that you cannot learn resilience without going through some tough times, okay? Because resilient is learning how to bounce back. Well, let's just look at it, okay? Read this with me. Resilient is the ability to adjust to or recover readily and successfully to life's challenges, okay? Now, really, if you think about it, it doesn't really matter how old you are. You have been through something that is challenging for you. And so, even if you're like 11 or 12 or whatever, or up in your 80s, you have been through some challenging times. And we want to know how to bounce back, to adjust successfully. Okay. It's not all about coming back just to be coming back, but we want to come back stronger. All right. Okay. I done revealed something to you before. Okay. So, here's my quote for tonight by Carolyn Miss. Whatever is in me is stronger than what is out there to defeat me. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about having the right outlook on life, the right attitude. And when it comes to like adapting to things or adjusting to things, my mindset has always been, okay, well, you know what? Whatever's happening, I'll just adjust. And, so I've been the type of person that adjusts to situations, but inside I can say, okay, I mean, on the outside I'm like, okay, you know what, we just gonna adjust to that. But we still have to deal with what's within, because what's within can eat us up if we don't properly know how to handle our emotions and handle bouncing back from situations and circumstances. Okay, because listen, you're not going to be able to avoid challenges in life. We have to know the benefits of challenges, and that's learning how to be resilient. And through resilience, we can also build confidence. How about that? Okay, so I have something else I want to share with you. That I came up with: learn from life's struggles and accept reality rather than denying it. Don't let negative thoughts derail your efforts. Okay. Because, see, that's something that you have to deal with when challenges comes before us. We have to not allow those challenges to take advantage of us. One of the lady that did the rising with confidence and resilience, she talked about, we cannot allow ourselves to be in the mercy of the hand of those that hurt us. Isn't that good? Because you know what? She was saying that when we do that, we are handcuffed to that person. And you want to be free from the hurt and the pains. You don't want to walk around carrying that stuff. And people, there's going to be hurtful situations, but you want to know how to bounce back successfully. All right. And that is resilience. Okay. So sometimes it's good that if we have like a mentor or a coach, life coach, and that can improve resilience by increasing engagement and providing support to build confidence. Okay. So sometimes if you need, somebody to coach you through something or mentor you through something, you know what? You do what you need to do so that you are being taken care of and you are not at the mercy of the hands of the person that hurt you. And really, we have to forgive and let that go. And it's all about how you view that situation. And you can't keep your thoughts on the negative things that have happened to you. Well, there was, let me see if I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Because there was something I wanted to share with you about that. That you don't want to, well, let's talk about developing resilience and then we'll get to what I'm talking about. Okay. So I put this before you so you can read this with me, because sometimes it's good to see things for yourself and read them, and then they get down inside of you. Okay. So to develop resilience, okay, this is it. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. And that was what I was going to talk about next. Because you know what? You have to replace something with something. And if you travel down the road and you see that same trouble, you need to know to not continue to go down that same trouble just because you have been comfortable with that. You have to bounce back, come back strong, come back in a positive way. I seen something this past week that talked about, when people say things and hurt you and stuff like that, the thing is not to fight them. The thing is to disassociate yourself with that type of behavior. You're to be a woman of wisdom. You want to rise. You do not want to go to the level of the person that hurt you and respond to that in a negative way. You want to rise above that. Yes, I know sometimes it's dealing with the pride, and you don't want people to think that they're just getting over on you. You know what? Talk yourself out of that feeling and know that you are not allowing them to get over on you. You are rising above that type of behavior, and that is a totally different mindset. Okay. And that's the mindset that you want to have. Okay. So practice on that one. Okay, so discover your strengths and utilize them. That's why it's so important to know yourself. It's so important to discover your strength. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. You could go on the Women of Wisdom website. We have a free test that you can take to find out what your character strengths are and learn them and utilize them. Because let me tell you something, there is power in knowing yourself, knowing what you are capable of, and building that confidence and your abilities. Come on now. That's going to take you to higher places in your relationship with others, because people can see whether or not you have confidence or not. All right. And that's what you want to display. You cannot fake it, you know, uh, for so long, because you know what's inside going to come out. Okay. And you don't want to live like that anyway, because then it's almost like you're deceiving your own self, because you're trying to act like something or trying to act a certain way that you're not. Well, why not just learn your strengths and be that way, because that is who you are, and you're not deceiving yourself thinking something negative. Okay, come on. You know that's good now. Okay, and create a coping strategy to bounce back. You want to have a coping strategy. I'm telling you, it works because I use it my own self. And really, you know what? A lot of times, I use laughter. I use laughter to my benefit, to help me to cope with things, to have a positive reaction, and sometimes, if you need to cry, cry and get it out and come back. Okay, don't waddle in the pity party thing. Hurt feelings are real. That don't mean you just ignore them, but you turn them around, gain the wisdom out of the experience and use it to your advantage. All right. Okay. So practice having a positive outlook. And that's what I'm giving you, positive things to use. Okay. Because practice makes permanent. I got that from a young lady that I mentor, and she takes vocal training, and that was what her vocal instructor told her. Practice make permanent, because I've said before, practice makes perfect, but practice makes permanent. How about that one? That's a new one to take up under our belt and use it. Okay, the last thing that I want to share with you real quick, resilient isn't a single skill. It is a variety of skills and coping mechanisms to bounce back from bumps in the roads as well as failures. You should focus on emphasizing the positive, and that's a quote by Jean Cat. I ain't even gonna try to do the last name, but anyway, that's what we have for you tonight for Tuesday Tea Time. So take the wisdom, use it to your advantage, and go out there and be all that you was meant to be, because you can live up to your highest potential with wisdom and confidence. All right. Remember this, like I always say, Dorena loves you, and walk in wisdom. All right. Good night. You have a great night, and say some type of positive affirmation to yourself over and over as you go to sleep. How about that?